Title: Lina and the Land of Lost Lullabies. Once upon a time, in a cozy little village, there lived a girl named Lina. She loved music, especially lullabies, and every night before bed, her grandmother would sing the sweetest songs to help her sleep. But one evening, something strange happened. No matter how hard her grandmother tried, she couldn't remember a single lullaby. Where did all the lullabies go? Her grandmother wondered, scratching her head. Lina looked up, puzzled, but determined to help. "Don't worry, Grandma. I'll find the missing lullabies." Early the next morning, Lina set off on an adventure. She packed her favorite toy drum and her flute, just in case she needed music to guide her. As she walked through the forest near her village, she came across an old wooden sign that read, "To the Land of Lost Lullabies." This must be where they went, Lina thought. She followed the sign down a winding path until she reached a silver gate covered in ivy. Next to the gate sat a small, sleepy-looking owl with tiny spectacles. "Excuse me," Lina said politely. "I'm looking for the Land of Lost Lullabies. Is this the way?" The owl yawned and blinked at her. Yes. But why are you looking for it?" "All the lullabies in my village are gone," Lina explained. "Without them, no one can sleep." The owl nodded and waved his wing toward the gate. "You're brave to come here. Inside, you'll meet the lullaby keeper. She's the one who collects all the lost songs. But be careful, some lullabies are tricky and don't like to be found." Lina thanked the owl and pushed open the gate. On the other side, she found herself in a land unlike anything she'd ever seen. Instead of trees, there were giant music notes swaying in the breeze, and the ground sparkled like the strings of a harp. As Lina walked, soft melodies floated through the air, like whispers from a dream. She hadn't gone far when she met a group of friendly creatures with soft fur and tiny bells around their necks. They looked like bunnies, but instead of hopping, they floated just above the ground. "We are the melody bouncers," one of them said in a gentle voice. "What brings you here?" "I'm looking for the lullaby keeper," Lina replied. "I need to bring the lullabies back to my village." The melody bouncers nodded and jingled their tiny bells. "The keeper lives at the top of the dreamy mountain, but to reach her, you must first gather 3 special sounds. They will guide you to her." Lina was ready for the challenge. "Where do I find these sounds?" One of the melody bouncers pointed toward a shimmering lake. "The first sound is the giggle of the water, found by the singing lake. You'll need to listen carefully." Lina thanked them and hurried to the singing lake. As she approached, she could hear the water making soft, musical sounds, almost like it was laughing. She leaned down and whispered, "Please, may I have your giggle?" In response, the water rippled and released a delicate giggle that floated up like a bubble. Lina caught it in her hands, and the giggle turned into a tiny, silver bell. She tied it to her toy drum and smiled. 1 sound down, 2 to go. Next, Lina traveled to the Whispering Woods, where the second sound, the hum of the wind, could be found. The wind here didn't howl or blow harshly. Instead, it hummed a gentle, calming tune. Lina stood very still, letting the wind swirl around her. Soon, it wrapped itself into a soft hum, and she captured it with her flute. Now, she had 2 sounds. Finally, Lina arrived at the Glowflower Meadow, where the last sound, the chime of the stars, was hidden. As the sun set, tiny glowing flowers lit up the meadow like stars. They tinkled like wind chimes in the breeze, and Lina carefully listened for their sound. She plucked a small glowflower, and its soft chime echoed in her heart. With all 3 sounds gathered, Lina headed to Dreamy Mountain. When she reached the top, she found the lullaby keeper sitting on a cloud, humming to herself. She had long, flowing hair made of silver threads and eyes that twinkled like stars. "Welcome, Lina," the lullaby keeper said with a kind smile. "I see you've collected the 3 guiding sounds. What can I do for you?" My village has lost all its lullabies, Lina explained. Can you help me bring them back? The lullaby keeper nodded and gestured to a large, glowing book. This is the Book of Lullabies. Some lullabies get lost when people forget their magic. But because you were brave and collected the special sounds, I can return them to you. The keeper tapped the book, and from its pages, lullabies flew out like gentle birds. They swirled around Lina, filling her heart with their music. Take these back to your village, the keeper said. And remember, lullabies are meant to be shared. The more you sing, the more they grow. Lina thanked the lullaby keeper and hurried home. That night, her grandmother sang a lullaby again, and the entire village fell asleep to the peaceful music, knowing that lullabies would never be lost again. The end. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe.